about the book, which I thought was sort of surreal. I mean, my turn to say surreal, is how actually Reuben, he drew a picture, a sketch at the age of 7.
Yes.
And it had mountains and a teepee, and he was standing under the teepee, and there's a bird, maybe like an eagle or a hawk above the teepee. And then at first you were hesitant about showing it to the people here in Taiwan who were, became your friends and also helped with the search and all that. But then when you did show it to a woman, she was shocked to say that that's what mountain was it? That was the
Tasan.
Tasan? Tasan?
The Ali San.
Right, Tasan, part of the Ali Mountain. Was that shocking to you too, as much as it was shocking to her, to discover the similarity between the mountain that Reuben drew at the age of 7 and the real mountain that you guys were searching for Reuben?
That's exactly right. And the other amazing thing, the clothes of the man in it, similar to American Indian, is the same clothes that the Joe's people wear. And the dead tree of Ali San fell down the year that Reuben disappeared. So there's and that tree was a symbol. And I got told by Paitsa, the Aboriginal woman, that the mountain in behind that picture was Tasan, but it was the heaven side of Tasan. If you went to the other side, it was hell. He had actually fallen into heaven. It's kind of beautiful and touching. But when he told me, it was amazing. He actually said, "Dad, if I die, I hope that I don't get found for 500 years, and I'd like to be in a place like this." He'd been looking at Maya books and Aztec National Geographics, I think it was, and he was sort of telling us this thing in the sweet innocence of a 7-year-old about if he was going to die. And when he disappeared in Taiwan, I looked at that picture and I had a gut feeling, because he talked about going to these ancient people who lived in the forest. You had to go through a trail to get to their village, and it was past 1,000 people's cave, this massive cave he was going to sleep under. So he described all these things. But Reuben being part Maori, this was unbelievable, but being part Maori, the Joe's people, their DNA is pretty close to the New Zealand Maori DNA. So it was like Reuben went back to the land of his ancestors.
That's the way you put it, Phil.
Yeah.
To comfort yourself.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of truth to it.
We're
all very much related. Yeah, all the different, whether it's indigenous tribes in New Zealand or here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Polynesian people were...
Polynesian.
Yeah, Polynesian people who originally come from Taiwan were probably the first of the great sailing nations of the world. They travelled vast oceans, all the way through the Pacific, all the way over into the Americas, and particularly South America, but probably ended up in the north. They went to Africa as well. They were incredible sailing people, long before, English and European history didn't exist when they were doing it. Chinese people basically stayed within their own lands and very, very, rarely ventured out, except for one great emperor who was just a great explorer.
So, Phil, what are your feelings after writing this book? Feelings and thoughts.
Feelings and thoughts. I think I'm more than happy with when I saw the book. It's in writing it, I was worried about things were going to get missed out, and but now I'm aware. This is my message. This is me saying thank you. And with Jonas's help, and with this wonderful publishing firm, Yuan, Mm-hmm. This is what come about, you know. I'm at peace. This is the biggest thank you I can do.
All right.
And I don't feel that I had to do it, but I wanted to.
Yeah. And I think you did the right thing writing this book. You made us all realize, you know, what the story is. A beautiful story. And personally, I think it should be made into a movie. What do you think?
I can't tell you too much, but there was once...
You're
there was a hint of that once. There has been a hint of that, but...
especially after the book came out.
Yeah, but me, I'm more interested in the book. That's me, you know, like... yeah. It's just saying you're a really amazing people.
Uh-huh.
You know, people of Taiwan, you're really amazing. And you ask me, I always keep on saying the word amazing, but I can't. I looked through the thesaurus and the dictionary and I haven't come up with anything that fits me to say to you other than that.
Well, it would be great to have this movie. And then maybe the reason why Jody is retiring is so that she can be in the movie herself.
Oh, if I'd be so lucky. No, I just think my thoughts are not really on that.
When you're over home in New Zealand, what do you think about? What do you miss about Taiwan?
Well, I'll tell you what I miss. First of all, I'm really honest. I always miss my son. I always go to the Joe's village beneath Ta San.
Okay.
And say, hi, Reuben. You know, that's just really important for me. But he is surrounded by 24 amazing people and this beautiful mountain range. Mm. And he was a great lover of nature. So it's sort of like the right setting for him. But all these amazing people who I've got so many friends, it's unreal. It's like fitting time in, even after this. It's about fitting time in to go and see these friends. Mm-hmm. Like I've got friends in Puli and I'm sort of doing a little bit of a tour now and then hoping to end up, I hope this message gets out quick to Mr. Jen and Fong San to count the Fong San chickens for the barbecue chicken that we're having on Saturday night. I've got so many friends and I come over here for friends. I do come over for the food because it's really unique. You don't get anything like it in New Zealand. You get a few really good Cantonese cooks over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really good. But you don't get anything quite as unique as what's in Taiwan. And it's the culture of the people. You see people chatting, you see people laughing, and people are really friendly to me. Wherever I go, some people know who I am, some people don't. But always people offer to help me and in a friendly, warm way. Mm. And they pass the language barrier to help me.
Talking about that, seems like the very first phrase you learned after coming here was 谢谢, means thank you.
Thank you.
Is that the very first phrase? That was, right?
It was the very first 你好,谢谢.
你好,谢谢. And then you realize why everybody was calling you something. And so it turned out to be 加油,加油, which means good luck, you know, like, I don't know, it means add oil. I mean, literal translation. We do make fun of it. We say it's add oil. 加油.
I got told that they were telling me to keep going with great spirit.
Right, keep going.
Yeah, it was, and I'll tell you what, it was a word of great impact to me. Every time I heard it, it gave me spirit.
And it gave you spirit to write this book.
And it gave me spirit to write the book, yeah.
And I'm glad you did.
Initially, the name of the book was going to be Jayo, Jayo, but then someone suggested it sounds too much like a sports arena thing. And we didn't want to turn it into a sports magazine.
Right, all right. Phil, it's so good to see you again. And Taiwan is always open to you. So come visit anytime. Anytime. And who knows, bring your family, bring your friends. Let everybody know that Taiwan is not Thailand. Right. Okay. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the book. It's beautiful.
And thank you, Taiwan. And this is what I give to you as a reflection of your love that you showed me.
Thank you, Phil. And thank you for watching, people. I'm Shirley Lin.